new episode of Solidarity Geek in our season 2 kickoff week. And this is a show where we invite you into our lives. I am Phil, and this is
Gavin.
Sorry, I'm Gavin, and this is Phil.
and I'm the one who took anxiety meds.
And we have our super special guest on the line.
She is also Gavin.
Our cousin Jeana. Hey, Jeana.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Whoever you are.
When we talk about our horrible people text thread, these are the three of us. Like, I love Jeana so much.
I try to bring like the good old fashioned, like, that's adorable stuff to the conversation.
I bring fucked up stuff.
You bring the stuff like we feel guilty for watching and have to say Hail Marys.
Yes, it's completely messing up my algorithms. Like, I'm getting suggestions about stuff where I'm like, I don't want to see this. This is not me.
And according to Gavin, that's a victory for him. The fact that he was able to jack your algorithms like that is a victory.
I mean, what are you going to go on TikTok for if you're not looking for people no arms and legs and karate championships? Like,
I don't go on TikTok at all, so I don't know what you look for.
I don't go on TikTok at all either.
And they just, like, one eye is this one eye, look at the back of their head, and they have, like, Cheetos coming out from their boobs. Like, if you're not looking for that...
I have videos of puppies and ducks being best friends. That's what I look for on the internet.
For real. Like, I see like a panda and its mom, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a beautiful thing.
And then I had to follow up with like people falling over in a pile of poop in a trash can. Like,
no, I think that's okay. There's a place for like those funny videos, and there's a place. Okay, this is my guilty pleasure on all of these things. Is especially Reddit is like idiots in cars, where people are just jacking up their cars because they're just terrible drivers. I love that. There is a space for all of this stuff, but you find the deepest, darkest web to crawl in, the hole to crawl in, where like people. It's like circus freaks, maybe, like where they live, and you just bring them out into the daylight to us, like onto my plate. I am not sure what to do with it. Even the internet, my Instagram is like, what do I do now? Do I show you pictures of babies? Or do you want this really awful stuff? Up to you.
We were just talking about how there are times where Gavin will Google shit, and I swear to God, Google is like, really? Are you sure? Like, you sure you want me to bring this back, bro? Like, because I can't
Let's
bring
explain how this started.
I'm going to text Cynic, so I'm breaking a faux pas.
You text him. We were in bed. We were hanging out in bed the other night, just chilling, and the most random shit crossed my mind, Jeana. And it was, is there such a thing as a sexy Captain Crunch porn?
Why would that cross your mind? Why would that cross your mind?
I don't fucking know.
Thank you.
We don't know. Like,
your brain is the dark web. Like, that's it. I think I hit the nail on the head. Where,
yeah,
like,
pretty much.
I am Instagram. Like, I'm like poses and children and like family life and like watch me cooking in the kitchen. Phil is Reddit and you are 4chan.
Yes.
So we brought cousin Jeana on today because when we were in season 1, I forget what we were doing, but Phil used the term "gayby," and I had no fucking idea what he was talking about.
Baby gay.
And apparently, there are a whole bunch of rules to being gay that I don't know about, but these two motherfuckers do.
Well, I know the old rules.
I love her face. She's like, yeah, there's rules, bitch. I had no idea. Like, first, what is a gayby?
No, baby gay. You didn't know what a baby gay is.
You called him a gayby.
No, they're different things.
What the fuck is a gayby then? What am I saying?
Like, a gayby's a gay baby. A baby gay is like...
a baby gay. A gay baby. Like,
no. They're two different things.
Jeana,
so you're thinking like, imagine like, you're 18, you left home, you've gone to college, you're brand new gay. You're a baby gay. As opposed to a gayby who is a baby that has just been just born of his mother's vagina. And you look at that baby and go, that baby's going to be gay.
No, that baby looked at vagina and said, nope, I'm gay.
Yeah. Or maybe even it was like, I'm coming out C-section, so I don't ever have to be a part of this.
Okay, so the other rule I didn't understand was the hag rule. Like, I had no idea that you were supposed to have one, like a accessory.
But
Well, there
yet
are-
you always have one.
The converse of that is a lot of women feel like they have to have a gay best friend. And this is a trope that we've seen. Hello, Will and Grace started it. So how could you not? How could you live on this planet and not know about the hag gay best friend thing?
But he has them. He just doesn't know that that's what they are.
Like
your aunt was your first hag that I knew.
And we've decided that Terry's my new
Terry is your new hag for real. Like that's his chick who goes ornament shopping and to the Lego store and to Build-A-Bear.
We deal Disney stuff.
They go to the Disney store all the time.
Yeah.
They used to go camp out outside the Disney store early to get shit together. That's his hag.
You don't talk about Bruno there. What are you going to the Disney store for?
Gavin?
Well,
go ahead.
Okay, so Disney used to release these monthly collections, and they still do. Like, I've got a couple of the Stitches back there, and
gotcha.
Her and her friends were big into those monthly collections, and so when the stores were open, the stores would only get so many, and it was like a thing they'd go do. They hang out like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and line up, and just hang out and just be together. It was like this amazing fucking community of just being there. And I went because I wanted like the
That's fair. There is a whole adult Disney files.
Yeah.
That it's a different community. But I understand the collectible thing. Okay. Now I'm with you. All right.
And so like this year I'm doing all the Mickey Mouse main attractions. It's all the Mickey's themed with the major rides. So I've got the first two. Phil got his Stitch up there, the Sleepy Beauty Stitch. So don't act like
mine's the bad bitch Stitch. Yours is the
anyways, so yeah. And
yours
so
is the basic Becky.
You guys were talking about how there's these rules. What are these rules that I don't understand?
So you have to. Well, you're supposed to have a hag. It's not great to have multiples because they can get into fights. It's like you have to get them to be like sister wives. Like they have to get along, but they don't.
Who is your friend from high school, Phil, who I really like, and she's almost like a carbon copy of me, but maybe
Angie.
like smarter. Yes, I love Angie.
Love Angie. I love Angie. Funny story. First time I met Angie and her husband and I were in the same clothes.
Yeah, like it happened twice. So Jeana, the first time we met him, we went to this concert in San Antonio at the Aztec Theater.
Uh-huh.
Gavin got me passes to see King Diamond, who's been my favorite forever, and I finally got to see him.
I don't know who that is.
Heavy metal icon, legend, god. But so Gavin and her husband works there. So he comes out to see us. Gavin's wearing a Ghostbusters t-shirt. He's wearing a Ghostbusters t-shirt. Next time we see each other, we meet up at H-E-B to get groceries to make dinner together. He's wearing his Spider-Man t-shirt. Alex is wearing his Spider-Man t-shirt. So our she's my hag, but we married the same creature still.
I love Alex.
Well, because like any best friend, they're an extension of yourself, right? So this person can just be someone who just generally understands you. I don't know why, because you always have to have a male perspective in your life, whether you want to or not. And sometimes your husband husband or partner doesn't do it for you, right? And you need to have that true platform to ask questions, because sometimes you know what you're going to get from your friends, like your female friends, you know their opinions, and sometimes you just need a male perspective from somebody who doesn't want to touch your vagina, like a completely platonic place. So this is why gay best friends are so important, at least to me, because I get that. And also, like, it's someone to go out with too. I don't really like going to regular bars. I'll go. I chat with different people. It's just so much easier to go to a gay bar for me in general, because it feels like the pressure's off. I'm not performing for anybody. I'm just there enjoying myself. No one's going to approach me because I am not the person that they're there to see. I can just exist in a space and drink and hang out with my friends. And so that's how I've actually been.
Though, your sister, well, you were there. You were there at the gay bar, Jeana, at
Yeah.
my bachelorette party when
Yes.
she was letting the bartender motorboat her for free rounds of Patron. I was like, yo, girl,
But
I didn't know that's
the
how you got
important, wait,
drinks at the bar
the
like
critical part of that story is that she got us free Patron. Like, I doubt whatever you need to do. We are sisters. That's my dad was over the other weekend for like Easter stuff, and he's dropping off baskets, and he's talking about something. He's like, "Oh, well, we could go eat here because I have a coupon, and I also have gift cards that I bought at Sam's, so I got a 5% discount." And my husband Kevin just went, "It's like I'm listening to you speak through your dad's body." And so my sister obviously has the same. How can I get this for free or for cheap? We are our father's daughters, if anything.
Yep, she and Mona at the bar letting themselves get motorboated by the gay bartender so that we got free drinks.
And I mean, a lot to motorboat between those two. We should have gotten the whole fucking bar. We should have gotten an entire bottle.
So, question about the gay bar. What is the women's bathroom like? Because at the gay bar, it's just a trough for men to piss in and stare at each other's dicks.
Not all of them.
What is there in the women's bathroom? Is it
Sometimes
like a
there
trough
aren't any.
kind of bend over and
Sometimes there aren't any. I've been in a situation where I've had to like lower myself over that trough and apologize for anybody. I'm like, look away, because I think it was like the Eagle in Dallas. I could not find a women's restroom to save my life, and they're just like, honey, you're just gonna have to go where you go. I think I went out into parking lot and just let it rip. For the most part, underused. There's never any tampons or feminine napkins. Always soap, and there's always a man. There's always a man in the women's restroom because we have doors. So if you need to, drop the.
I've never heard it said like that. Yeah, I never liked going to regular bars anyways because they're just skeezy. And gay bars are just like a party. It's a little mostly skeezy, but they hide it with fun.
Yeah, okay, yes. So my first experience at a gay bar, I went and saw George Michael play in Dallas, and then we went to fantastic. S4 afterwards.
Oh my gosh, S4, the quintessential Dallas gay bar.
Of course. And so I'm upstairs with my hag at the time because I was living in a different city. We're looking over the balcony.
Wait. You have hags for every area code?
It's like a woman in every port. A hag.
It's complicated. Okay, it's complicated. But so we go to S4. We're looking over the balcony, and I'm like, wow, that dude's like getting really like up on that guy. Like, wait a minute, he's putting his hand in. Oh my God, he's fingering him on the dance floor. Oh my God. And then he turns around, grabs a different guy, and starts fingering him on the dance floor.
Oh.
And I was like, yo.
Someone's going to get pink eye.
Like, for real. But then the best part, Mona always told me that when Party Like a Rock Star would come on in a bar, she would want to break a bottle of champagne, pour it on her head, and then try to cut someone with it. And so, and she was like, wherever you are in America, when that comes on, a fight is going to break out in the club. And I'm like, we're at S4. No, that's not going to happen. These lesbians in the bar started swinging, and then this chick grabbed this little chick, grabbed her twat first, shoved her face in it while the fight was happening. I was like, yo, Mona wasn't kidding. Like, this shit makes people go crazy in bars, even the gay ones.
I can't remember how that song goes. Yes, there are some. S4 is an interesting. It's like the mall of gays, and like because you can go. There's a bunch of different sections of the club, so you have like their big drag like section where you can go and watch, and there's like hundreds of people in this room. There's the dance party section. There's a whole outside. It's literally the mall of American gays.
Okay, so next time we go see my friend Jessica up in North Texas, we'll have her take us to S4. She will love it. You will finally get to see what it's like. It is, she's not kidding. Like, it's like 4 different clubs in one. So if you want to get someone finger banged on the dance floor, there's one club for that. And then, like she said, you just kind of go and you're like, oh, this isn't my crowd. This is the old drag queens who look like they raided their wife's closet. Okay.
It's a fantastic place. The Dallas neighborhood
Yes.
is just a microcosm of what
Oh,
you're going to find in Texas. But my favorite are the I used to be a part of them. Not this particular group, but the Christians that sing Jesus songs on the corner and like Michael W. Smith songs and just a single tear, like because they can't believe that you're homosexual and
You were singing down the corners?
no, I never did that. But I did subscribe to Christian evangelical tones until I realized how caustic and awful that is. Like how like you're do you really think you're going to change my opinion by going you're going to hell and scaring me? No, I was raised by a Mexican father and Mexican grandparents. If no one can terrify me more than them, like you're not going to do it.
There's
Eh,
some terrifying Christian conversions of songs. They turned wet ass pussy into worship and praise.
What?
they did.
I think I did you a TikTok about it. Didn't you watch it?
It was atrocious.
I'm going to be honest. You send me 897 TikToks a day. I have 2 small children and a husband who is very time intensive. God bless him. I work like 15 hours a day. I watch probably 75% of what you send.
Well, you missed this one.
'Cause there's
And
a
it was
couple
a
of things.
backdrop like at a Christian like mega church, like with dancers and shit, and it's like, yo, for real, y'all, like, is this for real?
I'm gonna have to
That was the one where I was like, why can't they just write original songs? Like, why do they have to take other shit and ruin it?
Maybe we should write a letter to what's the thing? Kids Bop. That's Kids Bop.
No, we're not going down that road because I don't know how Kids Bop's going to convert wet ass pussy.
That
So what, back to the S4 discussion.
Uh-huh.
After S4, we went to the gay Walgreens because I was just curious.
There's a gay Walgreens? Like, it's fucking Walgreens, yo!
I wanted to know what the gay Walgreens was about. And we get there, and there's this chick handcuffed to the door outside because she was trying to shoplift, just waiting for the police. And she's opening the door trying to get people's attention. And the lady behind the counter was like, you can wait till the cops get here. She's like, can I say bitch? Can I at least say bitch while I'm waiting? Can I say bitch? I was like, okay, so
you're already saying it.
It's okay. This is I should have expected this. I don't know why this is surprising me.
But
You need to see the gay Walgreens.
So it's just like a grocery store, right? Like in a Hispanic neighborhood, you're gonna find what is HEB? Mi tienda.
Yeah.
So in at the gay Walgreens, they do have things that are specific to that audience. Some of them are even like I am not new to this game. I have seen some extremely disturbing, mostly thanks to you, things in my life. However, there are still things that shock me, and I think like, am I like a suburbanite now? Like where I'm just like, the fuck is it? What do you even use that for? And I Google it, and my Google's like the same thing. My Google's like, you're a mom. You don't want to see this. Like, are you sure? Are you over 18?
Do
Are you ready
really
to
want to go
walk
down
right?
this road? All right, let's go.
Yeah. Or I'm like, well, when you put it like that, yes.
I don't understand what would be specific to gay people that wouldn't be to anybody else outside of a couple extra bottles of douche and some condoms.
They also sell things like underwear and things like that. So sometimes it'll be like the like assless underwear. I've seen those at that Walgreens. Sometimes it's just stocking. Sometimes it's stocking particular items, like particular brands that might be popular within the gay, lesbian, transgender community.
One of my dad's favorite things to buy my mom were those edible underwears that were shaped like a rose from the truck stop. He used to buy those for her all the time.
Oh god, I never needed that in my head.
Isn't edible
I don't know if you just saw me disassociate, but
you didn't know his mother and I know his father. Like I am guard for life.
I hope that it caught my soul leaving my body for a second and just snapping back in as I
I don't
image that.
understand the idea of edible underwear or just being in an underwear fetishist. Period.
I
But
just want
It's
that shit to
sticky.
come off.
That's a UTI waiting to happen. You know what
Yeah.
it's like.
And like I said, I just want that shit to come off.
and who thought?
Don't even
Let's
put it on. Just
let's
send
make
me a step.
underwear out of fruit roll-ups so people can eat them off somebody's dirty body.
I don't, and this is gonna bring. Okay, we've gotten way far away from from, from the original topic, but that's going to bring me into my diatribe. I'll shorten it about how I don't understand oral sex in general because you pee from that. Like I know what I smell like, and it's not bad, but I'm sure it's not great when you get your face in there. My husband is the same way. Like I just don't. I don't get it. I understand it. I understand that it can be pleasurable. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. It's
You're
gross. I
talking
need
to
like
two
one of those
homos.
like
Yeah, you're
slim.
talking to you guys. It's going right over our heads here.
It's gross.
I am
Like a
very
nose
clean.
plug.
Though.
It's
I am
gross.
very clean.
This is the man who's like, "Oh, are you having a bad day? I can suck your dick later." Like,
Oh, that's so
yeah,
sweet.
see,
That's
See,
so sweet. That's
that's
so
romance.
but that's nice that you guys found each other because at the opposite end of the spectrum, I just think it's gross. I think it's
it's
gross.
different for women because it's very complicated down there.
Mona
Yeah.
agreed with you. Mona had
I
your opinion too.
yes. I and there are some women who and the women who are like, I love doing it. Lies. What do you get from this experience? What are
Face
you
the
getting from
wall.
this experience? I just realized I'm talking about oral sex on a video in which people are going to watch with my face on it. So that's great for my career. my
Well,
my
that is,
children are going to find this and be like, eh.
well, mom was a prude. That's what they're gonna say.
No, I just know what I like and what I don't like, and I don't like that. I do like Diet Pepsi, so if they want to sponsor me, I
That's all. Everyone likes what they like. And, I mean, there's no shame in anything. But what are any other gay rules that I don't know that I should?
Okay, like so there are also some
Hmm.
there are some stereotype rules that we don't all live up to. Like we do not all enjoy musicals.
Which we're talking about next episode.
That's one you should know.
Okay.
We all cannot dance. We
Oh,
cannot.
that's true.
It doesn't
That's true.
stop you.
It doesn't
That's
stop me
true.
from trying, but I can't.
The other night, we were having this night of just music, and I look over, he's drinking wine, he's twerking like right here. I thought he was about to fall his ass over. He was like all
I
up
can
into
still
that
throw
shit.
it. I can still throw it.
He and Mona were hands standing in the fucking kitchen on the doors twerking one time. I was like,
Yeah, I can do twerking it with doing a handstand.
Oh, that's better than me. I don't even know if I could get into a handstand. My like upper body strength is just not what it used to be.
It's not a handstand like you did when you were a kid. Like I've got my hands on the ground and I'm inching my feet up
No,
against the wall.
like a wheelbarrow. No, I get it. But I probably still could not hold up my entire body weight at this point. Oh, I might be able to. I don't know. I've held down a 3-year-old to get her dressed, so maybe I just need to like some of that intensive like
that's
when
what
your baby's under a car. I need to train myself like that.
What else?
What else? What else?
What else?
You have to have seen All About Eve. You have to know
Okay.
Joan Crawford's catalog.
Yes, all the old school like you don't know who Liza Minnelli is. Anything that RuPaul talks about on his show, where he's making these like super old references to like 20-year-olds.
You should
Do you
understand
really
all of it.
expect them to know that? Like a 1950 that even predates him, and they're like, and he's like, "Do you know blah blah blah?" And him and Michelle Visage, as much as I love her, they're like, "You need to learn gay history." Like, okay, I'm sorry, a white woman in the 1950s playing a character is not gay history. What's the other thing? I thought of something. Oh, all of the categories. Like you have to fall into one of the categories. Like you need to be a bear or an otter or a what I was gonna say beaver, but I think that's women.
You've got twinks, you've got twonks.
The fuck
Wait,
is
what is twonk?
A chunky twink.
Twinks? It's like you're like
He's a bear.
it's like I'm a twonk. Like, oh, you're a fucking Twinkie. Like, what the fuck is this
What
shit?
is a bait? Isn't there like a baby bear? It's like you're not quite a full grown bear because you're not like
Yeah,
as beastie.
They call themselves Cubs.
And we
Cubs.
wonder why
Hello.
people consider themselves furries.
Girl. So Gavin and I were talking about the dudes who like to put on like dog masks and like they just wear underwear and then they wear those little, you know who we're talking about.
Yes.
And Gavin was like, those are just dudes who won't commit to being furries.
So it's like an extension of the S&M community. I actually met somebody who was a master and had a puppy, had multiple puppies, and they would be out in public like this. And I didn't understand it. Not who cares if I don't understand it? Big fucking deal. But it was like a whole thing. It was and then when they went out to like clubs, it was that exact same thing. It was a really interesting dynamic. He would have to ask, "Can I have?" It's just it's basically like the submission thing. Like, if you're into S&M, you might be into like that thing. It's just the next level.
Because it explains the leather dog masks and the straps. It makes more sense now.
Yeah.
I'm glad it makes sense to you.
It's just different people are into different things. If you're all consenting and everything is good and it's healthy and you're approaching it and it's satisfying for you, for both of the parties, more power to you. Whatever you want to do. Not for me, because I don't want anybody to tell me. You can ask anybody. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. So I would love to tell people what to do, but none of the people in my house want to listen to me, dogs included.
Go be a dominatrix on the side, make some money.
I would be too lazy. I'd be like,
You'd be Electro Rose.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, you don't want to do that? Okay, that's fine. Like, what do you feel like doing? Give me a
Can I just leave you here for 4 hours and come back?
Can you imagine? I would be the worst ever. I'd be like, ooh, did that hurt? It sounded like it stung. Oh, so sorry. Other hero.
All right, so that's been this episode of So I Married a Geek. We're going to have Cousin Jeana on for another episode where we do talk about musicals, and that'll be a fun episode. So make sure wherever you're at, you like and subscribe and comment. We're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, DLive, places overseas I probably don't even fucking have an idea about, but you guys are watching this going, what the hell is wrong with these people?
And I think Jeana is doing a write-in campaign to be the new co-host.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious.
She wants to be the Cammy to our Neve.
Yes,
like and maybe one day I can be. What's the fat girl Sports Illustrated? That's what I'll be in. It's like she was just in Cammy was in Sports Illustrated. She's absolutely gorgeous. She was a model, but she just took her whole Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue picture. So I'll be in like the fat person version of that.
Okay.
I'm a twunk.
What is a fat person swimsuit issue like they released for like hillbillies or something? Like
what only hillbillies can like that? Listen, there's a whole fat fetish community out there, I'm sure.
No, here's why. I used to deliver magazines. And we delivered porn to like Fort Hood, and you knew who was where. The rednecks like the fat, trashy ones. One was like redneck sluts. Like you knew what different types of people liked.
So it was a bunch of chicks who have two first names.
Yeah.
Becky Joe, Becky Ted.
No. Like the covers were always like they were in red plaid and Daisy Dukes with like a little bit of dirt. Like maybe did they shit themselves or they played in mud? You never really knew.
Oh, that's not cute.
All right, so we'll be back with the next episode later this week with Jeana. Stay tuned.